Funny how the sea's always moving, always shifting. It doesn't stay the same no matter how long you sit and watch it. It's kind of like people, always trying to figure out who they are, changing with time. What about you, mister? What's your name?
Marceau. I don't think people change as much as they think they do. Maybe they pretend, but deep down, they're the same as they've always been. I don't waste time trying to figure out who I am. It's meaningless.
Meaningless? How do you live and not think about who you are? That's something everybody's got to figure out sometime. I spent years trying to figure myself out through other folks, my grandma, Logan, Joe, and even TK. They all wanted me to be something different, but none of it was me. It took me over a year to find out who I was.
And what did you find? That you're just part of the world? Like the waves that we're watching? To me, it's simple. I don't think about identity or meaning because life doesn't care. The sun shines and people die. That's all there is. Why complicate it?
Life has more meaning to it than just living and dying. You can't just tell me that the love I felt for TK or the way the wind felt running through my hair while I was with him doesn't mean anything. Those things shaped me, gave me strength to find my own voice.
Love, happiness, pain, they're just sensations, like the sun on my face or the taste of a cigarette. They don't define you, they happen, and then they're gone. You're fooling yourself if you think they give your life meaning.
Have you ever loved somebody, Marceau? Like really loved them? Felt like they were a part of you?
No, I don't think I've ever felt what you're describing. I've had people in my life, like my mom or my girlfriend Marie, but love them? Even if it's real, it just seems unnecessary. People cling to it because they're afraid of being alone.
Alone ain't something to be scared of. I've been alone, and I've been with folk who made me feel even lonelier. But when I loved T-Cake, it was different. He let me be who I wanted to be, not somebody he thought I should be. The kind of love ain't just a sensation, it's a freedom.
Freedom? That's an interesting word. To me, freedom is accepting that none of it matters. Letting go of expectations, meaning, even love. When you stop trying to defend yourself, you're finally free. You're like the waves, moving, but without a purpose.
The waves may not have a purpose, but they sure do leave a mark. They carve out the shore, shape it into something new. That's what life does. The people you love, the pain you feel, they shape you. You might not see it right away, but it's there.
Go. And what if you don't want to be shaped? What if you just want to be? No rules, no expectations, just existence.
But existence isn't enough for me. I want to look back and know I lived, not just survived, but lived. I had to fight for my voice, fight to be seen as more than somebody's wife or somebody's granddaughter. The fight gave me purpose, gave me identity.
You sound so sure of yourself. But what happens when it's all gone? When the people you love are gone? When the memories fade? Does your identity disappear with them?
No, it stays. It's in the way I hold my head high, in the stories I tell, the way I carry myself. It isn't just about other people, but it's about what I've learned from them and what I've made of myself because of it.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just the stories we tell ourselves to seem less empty. I stopped believing in those stories a long time ago. I see the world as it is, random and indifferent. That's where I find my peace.
And maybe that's where we're different. You find peace in indifference, and I find it in meaning. But I reckon we're both trying to do the same thing, and that is to make sense of the world in our own way.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it doesn't matter how we see it, as long as we can live with it.
And maybe that's the truth of it all. We gotta find it our own way, even if it ain't the same way. You ever wonder about what ifs, Marceau? Like, what if you made a different choice or life had turned out another way?
No. Thinking about the what ifs is a waste of time. Life only happens the way it is. The past can't be changed and the future isn't promised. Why bother imagining something that isn't real?
But that's what makes us human, right? Dream about what could have been or wondering what could... But that's what makes us human, right? Dream about what could be or wonder it might have been. That's what's subjunctive, thinking about possibilities. I've heard about it once in a TED Talk spoken by Puck Tran called What Could Be, TEDs. You ever heard of it?
No, and I don't live in the what could be, I live in the what is. The world doesn't care about dreams or possibilities, it just is. I see it clearly for what it is, and I don't waste time pretending otherwise.
Maybe you'll see it clearly, but it doesn't mean you'll see it in full. Living the what is might keep you from feeling pain, but it keeps you from hoping too. That hope, that's where you're going to grow. That's where we figure out who we are.
Hope? Hope is just another distraction from reality. If we cling to it, we lose sight of the truth. Life doesn't bend to our wishes.
Maybe not, but hope is what gives life color. Without it, you're just watching the world go by and letting it happen to you. The subjunctive, the what could be, is what makes us alive, even if it's painful sometimes.
Maybe. Or maybe the what could be is just another lie people tell themselves so they don't have to face the emptiness of the what is.
Maybe it's both. Lies and truths all mixed together, just like the waves, always changing, always shaping us.